Now, in the previous video, we talked about an HP DL380 and the components that are inside. Now, for this clip, we're going to talk about something a little bit different. While that's a full rack server, this is an HP DL380 blade server. Now, the blade technology is a little bit different, and as you can tell, quite a bit smaller. Now, the blade tech has a lot of the same components, not all, but has a lot of the same components that are actually in a physical server, with the exception of the cooling and the power. Now, this server, the physical, was quite a bit of power, and then there was a number of fans, if you remember the previous video. This server, the blade server, has none of that. All of that componentry is actually kept within the blade chassis, and the blades themselves are just the actual server components. Now, a couple other technology differences here. A blade, this typical blade size here only can support 2 hard drives. It cannot support 8 or more like a physical rack server. So that is something to be aware of. So it's just not going to have the same local storage capacity. Now, a couple other things. The amount of memory. Now, because of physical space restrictions, typically blades will not have as many memory slots as the larger servers. So something to keep in mind if you want to use the blades for higher memory density. Now, like a server, the blade also has a battery-backed write cache, and like a normal rack mount server, this cannot be replaced while it's on. So you may have to actually power down your server in the event this battery goes bad. Again, it's about every 2 years where they seem to go bad. Now, a blade also has a little bit different style of network card. Now, in a blade, and I have to actually unscrew this, you have the option of adding 2 communication cards. They can either be networking or fiber optic. Now, with a blade, these cards, they're called riser cards, and here's our pinouts, and we've got 2 spots where they can plug in. Now, the card actually sits on top of each other, so if I choose to plug this card in down here, I could plug another one up top. Now, these riser cards go out a communication port here. This is a multi-use communication port, and this goes into the back of the blade chassis. Now, these cards will map then to physical switches located in the blade chassis. So it might be a fiber optic, it might be a physical networking switch. It just depends on what I had purchased. But again, this blade will support 2 of them, one underneath, one up top here. My CPUs are actually located in this area, but they're underneath one of the boards, which I'm not going to take out. And then we've got our 8 memory slots. Again, usually physical rack mount servers can support more memory. The blade density, we're just physically restricted on space. Thank you very much.